Well, let's touch on the Venom controversy.
Yes.
And then final thoughts, and then we'll wrap it up because this is a long-ass podcast. We did kind of answer our own question because we were in the theater. We're like, well, wait, why was Venom there? And then we figured
because
out.
Venom and Eddie Brock from that universe did not know Peter Parker.
I don't even think Spider-Man is in that universe.
I don't think Peter Parker exists in that, or
at least not as Spider-Man.
Or Spider-Man may exist, and they're not in the same city, and they don't know each other.
Or, check this shit out, maybe Spider-Man doesn't exist yet. Maybe he's going to exist in that universe.
Oh, he's a baby.
He's a babe. But anyway, we figured that out because if you watch the end of the post-credit scene in Venom Let There Be Carnage, the whole scene is essentially just Venom telling Eddie about the hive mind.
And
he's laying in the bed telling him about the hive mind. And then they do the shift. And
I'm going to have to fucking watch that.
I know.
Because I watched it and I did not catch it.
And then he's like, that guy. And here's what I think happened. When that spell was cast.
What are you doing in my room?
This is what I think happened. So I think at that moment, Venom did not know who Spider-Man was. But as soon as Doctor Strange cast that spell in his universe, that opened up the multiverse, and then the hive mind of various symbiotes from anywhere, it would have only taken one. So presumably Tobey Maguire's Venom knew that Peter Parker was Spider-Man, and
there's an infinite amount of
exactly.
So it could be a bunch.
Yeah, it could have come from anyone. Hell, it could have even come from the comics. But at that moment, Venom knew that Peter Parker was Spider-Man, and that's why he referenced that guy.
But he also, just because he knew him, didn't know why he was there.
So
he just knew of him.
Do you want to hear my super unnecessarily complicated theory of how Venom knew, or how Venom ended up in that universe?
Yeah.
This is some Back to the Future shit right here. Okay. So let's assume that there's not a hive mind at work here. So Venom ends up in the MCU because he, quote unquote, knew Peter Parker was Spider-Man. But here's the thing. He didn't know at the time, but Venom would find out after he came to that universe because it was all over the TV that Peter Parker was Spider-Man. So going through the time stream, since he would find out in that universe and the symbiotes have a hive mind, he would then remember that, and it would flow back through the time stream to before he knew, so that
either that or time is not linear to a symbiote.
Technically, not for the hive mind, it wouldn't be.
Because technically, unless they're killed, they may live forever. Because they can live in the vacuum of space.
I just made it more complicated. So you remember how Venom leaves a little piece of himself on the table? That symbiote would find out that Peter Parker was Spider-Man, and that would then inform the Venom from the Venomverse through the hive mind connection.
I want to see fucking Lasher.